Vande Mataram, dear students. I Vishal sir welcome you all once again in our school YouTube channel. And today I am going to teach you sentence and its kind. So dear students, it is useful to each standard for 6, 7, 8. So please watch it. So first of all, let's know what is sentence. Means what is definition of sentence? Let's know. So a sentence is a grammatical unit consisting of one or more words that bear minimal syntactic relation to the words that precede or follow it, express a thought in the form of statement, question, instruction, or exclamation which starts with a capital letter and ends with full stop. Okay, so let's know about type of sentences. First type, we will read about declarative sentences. A declarative sentence is a sentence in the form of a statement. For example, I have to go to work means it is declaring I'll never do that. There is also declaration. We are studying linguistics. He took my bicycle. In all the four sentences, you can see that something is being declared. Let's read second kind of interrogative sentences. An interrogative sentence is a sentence in the form of questions which is used to request information. There are two types of interrogative sentences, those which expect the answer yes or no, and those which begin with the question words what, where, which, who, whom, when, why, whose or how that expect the complete answer. Okay, means WH word questions will be reasonable, while yes or no type of interrogative sentences can be answered by giving answer in yes or no form. Okay, let's read about exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences is a sentence that express strong feeling by making an exclamation. Means something sudden feeling of our heart is an exclamation sentence. For example, I did it. What a fool I was. What a beautiful country. And oh my God. Means in all of the sentence there is a strong and sudden feeling of hurt. Now let's read assertive sentences. The sentences which state or declare something, they are called assertive sentences and they end with a full stop. Assertive sentences can be affirmative, means positive, and negative. For example, it's a warm day today. Okay, affirmative. It's not warm today means negative. Note, sentence that contain not or no are called negative sentences, while the sentence without not or no will be positive sentences. Now let's read about optative sentences. Wish, desire, prayer are expressed by the optative sentences. Okay? For example, may you live long, wish you all the best, long live the king means for any kind of wish, desire or prayer, we will use optative sentences. Okay? Now finally we will read about imperative sentences. An imperative sentence is a sentence that tells someone to do something, gives advice or instructions, or that expresses a request or command. An imperative sentence usually have no obvious subject. For example, go to work means where to go work, these are not mentioned. Don't do that, but what to do or what don't, that is also not mentioned. Don't walk on the grass. Okay, but where there is a grass, no one knows. You should study hard. Okay, so for giving advice or to give suggestion or for any command, there is an imperative sentence that is normally used in our English. For in our daily conversation you can use such kind of sentences to give command, to give suggestion or instruction to anyone. Okay, now we will learn about transformation of sentences. Okay, we can say that the same thing in different ways. This means that one kind of sentence can be transformed into another kind without changing its meaning. Okay, for example, how perfect that drawing looks, that is exclamatory, but it can be changed into assertive. That drawing looks perfect, that is assertive sentence. For the next example, wasn't it kind of him to help us so much, that is interrogative. But when we will transform it, it will be it was kind of him to help us so much, that is assertive. Okay, so you got how did we transform. Now we will learn about transforming affirmative and negative sentences. Okay, while transforming an affirmative sentences into negative sentences, use an antonym for the adjective. What to use? You have to use an antonym for the adjective and add a negative word so that the meaning of the sentence does not change. Okay, so for the example that is given in your textbook of 7th standard, his explanation are always difficult. That is affirmative and positive. From affirmative, as I told you, in affirmative sentence there are two kinds. One is negative and another is positive, but this one is related to positive sentence. So how can we transform it into negative? His explanation are never easy. That is same. That is also being positive, but something that was said in another form was his explanation are always difficult, and in another form it is said his explanation are never easy. So for the next example, let's see. We cannot go for the outing without his permission. That is negative sentence. But when we will transform it into affirmative or positive, we can go for the outing only with his permission. Means when we will get permission, then only we can go for the outing. That is the positive way to express his feeling. Okay, so in first sentence that was affirmative positive, we changed it into negative using never. That is the antonym of always, difficult, never, easy. We can not go to for the outing without his permission. There also we used antonym. We can't go, so we can go. Without, and we used only with. So I hope you have understood it very well. So please do exercise and increase your knowledge. Earlier we read that some kind of sentences based on function. Now we are going to read type of sentences based on their structure. Okay, so simply if we will divide sentences, then we can divide it into four main parts that are those are simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentences. If we will know about simple sentence, that is one independent clause. If we will go through compound sentences, that is two or more independent clauses. But if you will read about complex sentence, you will get there one independent clause with one or more dependent clauses. Okay, if you will read compound and complex sentence, there would be at least two independent clauses with one or more dependent clauses. Okay, so on the basis of the structure, we read about four kind of sentences. Those are simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentences. Okay, so let's know about them. And first we will learn about compound sentences. These sentences are made up of simple sentences or independent clauses that are joined to make a longer sentence. Thus, the two or more clauses within a compound sentence are of same importance or at the same level. It is important to note that simple sentences are joined together using coordinating conjunctions. For example, Amit is my brother and Amar my cousin. Okay, so there are two sentences that are being joined with the help of conjunction and. So let's read about complex sentences. As these sentences are made up of two different type of clauses, the dependent clause is subordinate to the independent clause. Okay, so as you know, the sentence name complex sentence, that would be long. So for example, Amit, who is my brother, is a lawyer. Okay, means Amit, who is brother of narrator, and who is Amit? What is Amit? Amit is a lawyer. Here, the clause Amit is a lawyer can function independently, but the clause who is my brother is subordinated to it. Okay, so that was the example of complex sentence. Here we read about compound sentence and complex sentence. Hope you have understood it very well. So my dear students, this video is related to sentences and its kind. So I took topics from your book textbook, that is the new grammar tree, and I took topics from standard 6, 7, and that is useful to each and every standard. So please keep studying and keep doing exercises to increase your knowledge, to enhance your knowledge, to accelerate your knowledge. Okay, thank you. Please be safe. Always wear a face mask while going outside and keep yourself safe. Let's fight with this pandemic corona.